I need to start this episode with an apology. If it seems like this episode is just a bunch of pretty images with music over it and not a lot happening, that's because, well, it is. Today, a member of our group received some horribly tragic news and had to leave us early. And even though we'd only known each other for 5 days, that's all it took for us to just fall absolutely head over heels with this girl and her mother and sister who were traveling with us as well. And to be frank, I just wasn't in the mood to talk to the camera. It would be an understatement to say the group was in a funk for a bit. Our hearts were just absolutely broken for her. But the one thing I'm responsible for on these trips is the vibe. And I took some time in Jasper while we had lunch to reset my mood and try to get everybody jazzed and excited to go river rafting. And I was successful, but it would be an understatement to say that there was not a pensive cloud over the group for the rest of the trip. This is Malign Canyon, and photos and video cannot do it justice. The insane volume of water rushing through this canyon. You can see how over thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of years it has carved this gorgeous canyon into the mountain. One of the most interesting things to me was where it seemed like a river was just rushing out of a rock wall. We know water travels down rivers and through streams, but to see it flowing through rock is pretty cool. Okay, it's officially time to go rafting. I'm excited, mostly. We'll see how this goes. I think it's going to be completely different than kayaking. We're in these big rafts, like multiple people. So, it's probably going to be fine. Maybe. Who's ready to go rafting? It's fine. Turns out the wetsuits in Patagonia just didn't fit me. Apparently it's not quite as stressful or catastrophic to put a wetsuit on if it fits you. So, but don't worry, yet again, I look kind of cute.
What I'm most worried about is the whitewater rafting. I've never done that before. I've kayaked and I've canoed, so hopefully it's kind of the same thing.
It's time to go waterproof, so no more audio. Wish me luck.
And I will say I was a little nervous at first, but let me tell you, it was fun. And if you get a hold of it, you just ride those waves. And I kind of wish it was a little bit more intense. And I wish I sat in the front, just because I think it would have been so fun, even to get drenched, but just riding those waves and just going down the mountain. The guides did a wonderful job just directing the raft kind of around the river. But what was interesting is just they would have us paddle, and then all of a sudden we'd stop, and then we'd kind of drift kind of sideways, and then we'd go and then drift this way. And it was just neat. It was neat to kind of experience it. That was my first time rafting.
I was a little bit worried about the rafting trip when the little speech the guides give you ahead of time say that if you fall in the water, all they're gonna have to do is push you down in the water and pull you all the way back up. And I was like, I hope to God that's not me. I mean, I'm pretty much a fantastic swimmer now because I've been swimming for 2 years, but in the frigid water, I didn't want that to happen. And you know what? Being in a whitewater raft was not as unsecure as I thought it was going to be. We had wetsuits on. It was almost more of a workout to put the wetsuits on than the actual whitewater rafting, but it was all worth it. Didn't care how my body looked. It didn't matter at all. But that was probably the highlight of my trip. That and the ice glacier.
It was so, I mean, it's fun to get out there and do something physical, but it's fun to do it out there with a group of people who are all experiencing the same, and you're working towards one goal. And then to be surprised by all the waves that come at you, it just makes it for, I don't know, it's a surprise. I don't know anything better than that, so.
What is the hardest you've laughed so hard on the trip?
I think the hardest that I have laughed on the trip, on this trip, is the rafting. My name is Lori Block, and I am from Wilmington, North Carolina. I have never laughed that hard in my life. But of course, we were in the front, so we got all the water. But that, I mean, it was fabulous.
What's the hardest you've laughed on the trip?
I feel like I've laughed this entire trip, whether it's been on a trail or on the whitewater rafting today. Probably at our campsites.
Yeah, we've laughed a lot.
We've laughed a lot.
Whether it's just sitting by the river or today our guide might have dubbed us a drunken spider as we tried to row our raft. So clearly no skills are required for that. But the whole trip has just been so much fun, and I've laughed so hard that my stomach hurt multiple times.
Okay, that was so much better than last time. Like, so much more chill. Patagonia was not a normal rafting experience. We did it! It was so fun. It was gorgeous. There were some rapids, but not a ton. Just the right amount. And yeah, nobody fell in. So, good day. Want to watch another video? Click here. Want to learn more about my upcoming trips? Click here. Want to subscribe and like all my videos and turn those bell notifications on?